So you say it's in two parts, right? What are the different parts? Okay, so the census people return the inventory away. Is that? Has anything happened before that? Very little, I mean, just almost immediately when chapter 6 begins. Right. Okay, I think the thing that probably to me is significant just before the census people come. I don't know whether I remember it correctly or not, but it seems like Fiala senses that something is going to go wrong. Okay? Okay, I mean, if you look at the beginning of chapter 6, right? Fiel opened the back door that morning, she knew the aloe would not flow that day for a northwest wind was blowing. So something, even in the air, was not right. Okay, they wanted to tap the aloe, but they couldn't because there was a cold wind blowing that day. Okay? They would not yield you a spoonful of sap. For when the northwest wind comes, the aloe keeps its bitter sap. Further down the chapter, walking in the fresh morning air, she planned the day ahead. Polly would have to stay in the house. Polly had kicked him the day before. Right? By God's grace, it was only a blood scratch down the thigh. So there is this, I think, like air of foreboding. Some sort of, okay. Do you know what it means, air of foreboding? Something bad is coming. Right? It's ominous, I know it's ominous. Because there's a lot of negative things that are happening. The cold wind, the accident with Polly and all, right? It was because they did not know what it was like when an ostrich kicked her. She also recalled back how this man was kicked and his stomach was cut open. Okay? She walked over to police enclosure next to page 46. The devil's in you, isn't he? Had you kicked open my child yesterday, I would have wrung your neck for you. Right? As she turned round, a thought came to her tentatively at first and then more forcibly until she had to stop herself. What if she were to make a mistake? What if she were to bungle everything? Right? She started having doubts. Right? She started having doubts about, I think it was about putting Polly and Kika together. Okay, the idea would not let go. This was the day that Polly would be put in the enclosure with Kika, and that was that. When she walked around the house with the enclosure, she was not without serious doubt, however. Right? She still had doubts. She spoke to Kika, right? There was some sort of an argument happening in the house, right, with the kids. When she told them that she's going to put the two of them together, the two ostriches together, even David was kind of doubting it would succeed. So the first part is like a preamble. You know what's a preamble? Just building you up to what's going to happen later, right? Some sort of foreshadowing, right? But it's more like an introduction. Okay? It's not like, okay, yeah, maybe I think you're right. Okay? Some sort of foreshadowing. All these negative things that are happening, and all of it sounds so ominous. Like the root word being omen. Omen means a bad sign. Right? I mean, people also can say good omen, a sign, right? But when you say ominous, it's negative. Right? And then of course, I think this is the first part. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first part, right? Now the second part is when the census officers come. Okay, especially when Benjamin asks questions. Page 51, right? Why was Ma so afraid when those two men came to count the people? I was not afraid. Ma was, I saw it. When you find yourself up against an adder, it does not mean you're afraid just because you get stones ready to kill you. Okay? She waxes lyrical. She doesn't address his questions directly. She speaks metaphorically. Right? He helped her to pack the oozing leaves round and round. It's like, Ma, why is a person white or brown? Okay? So I think this is part of the first. This is part. Is integral to the first part, right? Before the census officers come, okay? Benjamin has questions, very important questions. Here on page 52. Okay, there was just talk. You can't just come and take somebody's child away. She got up, but Benjamin stayed where he was. Ma, right? He asked the question, why did Ma say they would have to cut Ma's throat first? Okay? So this is the first part. Remember, 6. This is the first part. The second part is page 52 at the bottom. Okay? Why do I suddenly feel so strange? Right? The census officers were here. Good morning. I see you're still busy with the ostriches. Are you going to let them mate? She did not answer him. Right? Even though it was clearly on her mind, isn't it? Right? But it was not a time. You know, sometimes when people try to strike out a conversation, it's not a time for small talk. This is not a time for small talk. And I'm sure she's not in the mood for small talk. Right? Other people try to talk to you, so you find please catch me on another day. Right? Not on this day. Okay? I believe the price of feathers is going down. It's all small talk. Right? Why are they engaging Fiela in small talk? One, magic answer. For 1,000 useless points. Why are they engaging Fiela in small talk? Right. Yes? To build trust? Not quite. But it's going to the same place. Why? It's what to the point? Building to the point that they're going to take. I think I know where you're coming from, but you're not using the right words. Right? When you want to ask your mother for money, you immediately go there, Mommy, can I have $100? You kind of beat around the bush. It's called easing the tension. They're trying to ease the tension. Right? Sometimes you use a very gentle tone. Right? You use a very gentle tone. So when my daughter speaks to me nicely, I know she wants something. Okay? When the short one came nearer, he spoke nervously. I see you have had some rain. We stayed at the Blue last night with the sentence. It seems like they planned this. You guys know what I mean? They're like, okay, we're gonna just make small talk, right? I talk about ostriches, we talk about the weather, right? Kind of thing. While he was still pacing the ground at the pigsty, one of the hens started cackling. Okay? The sounds in the farm do not help. And that what is happening, Molly was like nervous or anxious. You hear hens cackling, right? And then of course, what immediately the tall one says what? Mr. Goldsberry, okay, the new magistrate at Nisa has sent us. He goes straight to the point. Yeah, because what? Is Fiela answering all this small talk? No. Okay? He realized that all this small talk is useless. He went straight to the point. Right? Now if you see this, I think if you dramatize this, whether on stage or on film, right? You probably can, they call it what? You could probably cut the air. It was so tangible. Right? You can cut the tension in the air because you can feel it. It's so thick. Right? He wants to see the child. She did not raise her voice. That's all right. He can come and see him. Right? So she's trying to keep calm. Okay, so this is the second part. Right? We want through this story. How the confrontation occurs. Okay? And it gets quite spicy, right? For one of the better word. Okay? He stopped her child, all the more reason, blah blah blah. So they are going through this argument of how they want to bring him to Nisa, and she is saying no. Yeah, you know, if the magician wants to see him, he can come here. If the woman wants to see him, she can come here. Right? Okay, and then it gets a bit more difficult, desperate. Okay, and then she says, okay, I'll go with him. Right? But it ends with, of course, concluding to the fact that the census officers are not going to allow Fiela to go. Okay? Which to me is highly suspect. Very suspect. Right? I mean, in the contemporary times, right? No child can appear before any authority or whatever without being accompanied by their adult, by their caretaker or guardian. Right? They cannot make decisions on their own, or nobody can make a decision for them. Yeah, you know, when you go rock climbing or this, you only need the indemnity form, right? Your parents have to sign for you. Okay? You're not at the age, right? So funny, yesterday I was just gathering all the receipts from my son's hospitalization treatments, right? His outpatient treatments, gather, $200, $100, $30, $40, maybe about $300-$400 total. Yeah, I tried to claim online. Yeah, I checked all the names of my children, his name is not there. Maybe because he's 19 this year. So I can only claim students who are children that are still in school. Okay? I need to go and talk to this school because he's still in school, right? This is repeating his GC2. So maybe they haven't enrolled him. You know what I mean? So he's not in the system. Okay, never mind. Right? So what does it tell you? That if you're 18, right? If you're 18, then you can make decisions for yourself. This is the law. Right? You can get married. Okay, when you're 18. Can you get married below 18? And need permission from your parents. Need permission from your parents. Okay. Right? you're 18, no need permission. Right, so this is the second part. What is the third part? The third part is in preparing Benjamin for the, right, and it ends quite sadly. Okay, so chapter 6 is very important. Okay. Now let's go to chapter 7. Okay, I'm going to wipe this away. Okay, I don't know whether she saw it. Right, so just to summarize, chapter 6 there are 3 parts. Part 1, part 2, and part 3. I will put these as ominous, and then you write the details. Okay. Second part is the census. Officers come to take away. There is an argument. Okay. Remember what? The whole idea. Fiela felt as if she was what? What is this? Anybody know what this is? Corner. She was being driven into a corner that she cannot turn back. Right? Like being hunted by animals, by poisonous, by predators. Okay? And of course preparing Benjamin for, right, the trip. Okay? This is a corner. I don't know how to draw Fiela. I don't know how to draw corner also. You see like a corner now? Looks worse. Okay, 27. He is on his way. Have we gone slightly into this? I kind of recall reading part 2. We started writing anyways. When the narrow winding road went over the top of Abuntur mountain, they stopped to let the horses blow for the first time. Yeah, I think I spoke about horses blowing. Right? Okay. Sometimes on a Sunday, when it is very clear day, they took a shortcut along. And this is how Benjamin is kind of recalling the times that he had probably been in the same place where they were now. Right? The place where the ships came in through the heads of the Nice River to the south. If it was clear weather, you could actually see the ocean. Yeah, quite nice. People living in Marine Parade or Bedok sometimes quite lucky, they're facing the sea, they actually see the sea. If you live on the higher levels. They started going again. As long as the two men did not speak to him, it was not altogether bad. Right? Are you warm enough, Sonny? The shop one asked. Yes, master, it was cold. Right? Now, this is important. Why? Because when this happens, when this starts to happen, when Benjamin starts talking to the white people and calling them master, and the first time he didn't, this is not the first time. The first time is chapter 3. Right? When he realized that he's speaking like a color. Right? You will have to stop saying master. You're among white people now. Now, it may seem like something that is quite insignificant to you, right? What does this mean? Well, sure, they're telling you to stop calling them master. But there's so many reasons why they are saying this. There's so many implications. Right? What is it they are assuming? You will have to stop saying master. Okay, first, why are they asking him to stop saying master? Because he is white. Right? Why do they even care? If they are true to their promise to return the child when the forest woman comes and check, oh, it's not hers. Why should they care, right? He's going to go back to the family. Right? He thought that anyway he wants. Right? But to them, in principle, it is something that is wrong. Right? What are they saying? They are saying that, okay, stop. What are they saying? They're saying that, what is it? White people shouldn't? What does this mean? White people shouldn't what? Shouldn't stay in black homes. Live in a colored home. No, what are they saying? Stop calling us master, you're white. Should not regard themselves as the same level as colored people. White people should not degrade themselves. White people should not degrade themselves. Okay? Don't degrade yourselves by behaving like a colored, by speaking like a colored. So this this message, right, is based on what? It's based on the idea that white people are superior, okay, to colored. Creating an equation. White people are superior. They are superior. How do you feel when you're forced to call somebody sir or man? Do you feel lesser? You do. You should. Right? Because you are showing respect. In other words, you're lesser than that person, right? Yeah? Right? But I'm not saying you should, as in it should make you feel inferior to some extent. That behavior should make you feel. But are you inferior? Maybe not, right? You're not. Yeah? Okay, but in our society, we respect people of authority. That's what we do. We respect elderly because they have more experience, they have more knowledge, and so on, right? In other words, they rank above us to some extent, so we show them respect. Okay, but this calling of master, listen to the word master. Okay, what does master mean? What does master mean? Not someone you look up to. Someone who has control over you. Your owner. Understand? Okay? This is a relic from what? Slavery, period of slavery. Even at this time, if Fiela herself is not a slave, she's not. She has her own farm, she has, right. But why is she still calling, why are they still calling the white master? Because it's a relic from the previous time. Right? Maybe if it's not slavery, now what we have is apartheid. We have segregation. Yeah? Institutionalized prejudice. Okay? It's a difficult transition. Some people, it's not impossible to say that racism is still in and it still exists, right? It's not impossible to say that. Especially times like this, right? We know about COVID-19. in those European countries. Right? When the prominent people still labeling this epidemic, this pandemic as Chinese virus, Wuhan virus. So we stop talking about that. Every day I see an article about racism, an article about discrimination. Right? So the other day it was Indians who look like Chinese. Then another day it's Asians, Koreans also being targeted. So bigotry, right? This idea of bigotry, okay, has survived through the ages now. People are still susceptible to such treatment. Okay, so this is important. It's an important idea that you cannot dismiss. Right? You will see this again in chapter 9 when you're at the magistrates. Okay, you will see this again in chapter 14. Right? When Elias takes Benjamin to task for speaking to him like a colored. Okay, your own flesh and blood talking to you like a colored. He gets very upset. Right? So the idea of racism flows, right? Or the theme of racism, right? Flows throughout the book. Okay? And why is this important? Why is this important? Because it is linked to another theme of related to Benjamin. What's the theme? Identity. Okay? We talk about racism. We talk about identity. Okay? It's so closely related. Remember when in chapter 6, Benjamin asked one question? Why are some people white and some people brown? Are you questioning God's word? Okay? When Fiela has all the answers. Right? She has all the answers. It's God's word. Everybody is different. Right? But it's difficult when you're in a position of inferiority to assert your ideas. You understand? To assert your opinion and to assert your ideas or ideals. It's difficult when you're in a position of inferiority. When the people who are in power, I talk about teams again, when the people who are in power are, what's the other team? What? Louder, cannot hear you. Corrupt. Okay? Corrupt people in power. Right? So again, linked. Isn't it linked? Right? It's linked. When the people are in power are corrupt, then it's very difficult to accept these ideals. They are called ideals, okay? Because it's the best thought possible. That's why it's called ideal. Right? The word ideal also means perfect. I'm sure all of you have ideals. Right? When you see your sibling get something that you didn't get, you go like, this is not fair. Ideally, everybody should get an iPhone 11 Pro. Because you love us equally, right, Mom? Right? Then she looks at your face and says, no, you are less than your brother. Okay? Joking, huh? Okay? But that's what happens, right? Okay? My children, they got stages. They always get the hand-me-downs. Yeah? At this point, my daughter, elder daughter, has an iPhone 8 256 gig, which belonged to her mother. Right? Well, that's not exactly true. It's not the same phone because she dropped it and broke it. So I had to change it because I have insurance. Right? Who has the best phone in the house? My wife, always my wife. Okay. Second is my sons. And then depends on whether they take care of their phone. Okay. For me, I'm Android. Anyway, right? So there's a hierarchy, isn't it? There's this hierarchy. Okay. So actually, come back to what? I'll come back to the concept of ideal. Okay, what is ideal? Yeah. Introduce you some words. Okay. What is ideal? One is truism. Okay. Truism. And the other one is altruism. Right, this was that. Okay, ideals, not ideals. Okay, truism. What is a truism? What is truism? It comes from the word true, you're right. But what is a truism? Education is the key to success. Can everybody prove that wrong? Cannot. Something that cannot be proven wrong is a truism. Love is essential in a family. True or false? True. Right? What is a truism? Yeah. It's not a fact. No. It could be a fact, but it's not necessarily a universal fact. It's more like a universal truth. Yeah? A fact is something that exists. Something you see in a family, there's no love. Right? There's just orders and blah blah blah. Hardly any love. Right? And some people don't even need to go through education to become successful. Right? They in proper education, as in institutionalized education. They cannot run away from the idea that they actually educated themselves. Whether it's street smart or whether it's you learn things yourself, it's still education. It cannot be disputed. So truism is something that cannot be disputed. Ideals they are maybe principles that you live by, or philosophy. Yeah, philosophy, right? That guides the best way of living, something like that. Right? Okay, you have lofty ideas. Lofty ideals. Okay, if I ask you what is your ideal job, it's ideal job. Some people say stewardess. Ideal job, stewardess. I can travel the world. I get paid quite a bit. Right? Okay. That's everything I want in life. To travel the world and live a comfortable life. But in times like this, not the ideal job. No job. Right? Planes are all on the ground. Only essential travel is allowed. Okay? So I was just thinking of online shopping. You might not get your packages so soon. Right? Because a lot of disruptions. Okay? So ideal means perfect. In other words, perfect. What about altruism? What is altruism? This is something that they try to teach you in school. Right, Sarah? What is altruism? What is altruistic? Anybody know? I'll give you an example. Fiela did this for a couple when Master Petrus was not around. When somebody wants to get married in a club, Master Petrus usually gives them money. But at that point, Master Petrus was not around because at the post. So what did Fiela do? She gave them the money. Right? to do something for the sake of doing it, not for anything in return. That's altruism. Right? As a human being, very difficult to do that. Yesterday I cooked for my family. Right? I cooked because I was thinking, if we go out, we have to sit separately. Yeah? Which actually is, in fact, if you're on YouTube Live and you're watching this, let me tell you this, that's wrong. Because if you're in the same family, you can sit together. That's the law. But the other day, last Thursday, listen to this McDonald's Tampines Community Center. My wife and I were sitting at the same table, and the worker there, the staff there, asked us to sit separately. So I didn't want to argue, so I sat one table away from my wife. Which is ridiculous, because the closest person in the world I am to is my wife. Okay? We share secrets. That's how close we are. Okay? Anyway, right, altruism. You do something for the sake of doing something good, for the sake of doing something good, not for anything in return. So yesterday I cooked, right? Right, for the family. Okay, but the thing is this, I wanted somebody to say something. Thanks for cooking. The food was very nice. I cooked my wife's favorite fish and the sambal to put on it. You know the golden pomfret? You season it with the turmeric and then you fry, and after that you make the sweet sambal chili to pour on top. Are you hungry now? I am. I make tomato fried rice with the shrimp and the sambal and the tomato puree. I heated up last night vegetables. I made omelette, fried chicken wings, meat John wings from Giant. I went downstairs to buy. Right? And then I saw this watermelon, and I know my wife likes watermelon. So I wanted to buy, to make her watermelon juice, but I think no need. So many things to do. Right? So as I was eating, I was asking, is it nice? And my son said, of course. Thanks, Ayol. Yeah. So it's very difficult to do something, right, without expecting something in. It's not, okay, especially if the thing that you do takes up a lot of time and effort. Okay? So, very rare you find people who do things altruism. Maybe you have moments in your life, right? Where you like, somebody needs something, you give, that's it. Don't think of anything. Right? So altruism, okay, is related, I think in some way, right, to all this. What is it related to? It's related to the idea that the human being, maybe the idea, maybe the assumption, it's related to the assumption that the human being is inherently good. You understand? The human person, okay, this is the assumption, is inherently good. It is our experiences that make us bad. Okay? So, do you agree? Do you agree that human beings, they are born to be good? They are born innocent? Right? It's just their experiences that change them. Okay? So we're subscribing to the idea of this idea that the human person is inherently, instinctively good. Okay, but of course there's another aspect, right? So what this challenges is the challenge of, so why this? Correct? So why this? Yeah? Why prejudice? Why discrimination? Okay? Does it mean that people at that time are not good. Yeah. Master Petrus is a good person, but to some extent he also has some racist ideas. Okay? In other words, it's very difficult to change, right? So it's difficult to change. Because that one person, they started it. One person. Yeah. Look at another person and thought you are inferior to me. Which is not true, of course, in today's world. All the athletes, all the colored, they are black people. They're so good in what they do, right? Yeah, they're faster, they're smarter, so on and so forth. Asians are really smart with math. Right? That's a stereotype, isn't it? Right? I think it's more of, it's not inherently, it's more the education system. Yeah? The education system. Look at the way you're studying. I'm giving you strategy, blah, 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 blah. Right? That's why you do well with competitions. Okay? Because the strategy, the memorization, and all. Right? Okay. But of course, what are we studying? You know, we're still on page 66. Right? We're still on page 66, and that is the second time she did it. Do you remember? You know what? Still on page 66. We're studying the text now. Look at the top two lines. It says, you will have to stop saying master. This is what we call a classic comedic routine. Okay? It's a classic comedic routine. You will have to stop saying master. Your mom what people now. What does he say? Yes, master. Okay? It is what we call, sorry, letter I. It is what? Irony. Yes, thank you. Who's that? You deserve a virtual chocolate. Nah, right? Chocolate. I realized that I'm old, I'm not as flexible as I was. So now when I pray, my leg, it goes to sleep. Oh my God, that hurts. I have to shift around. Okay, such Friday prayers. I sit down there for 2 hours. 1 hour, 1.5. Okay, more people. Okay, irony. Irony creates humor. Right? I remember there was this movie with Sylvester Stallone. You know who Sylvester Stallone? Don't know. Rocky, he acts as Rocky, the boxer. Okay? So it was this movie called Oscar, and he is a mafia boss. He's a mafia boss. Right? But he wants to go legit. He doesn't want to deal with illegal things anymore. Right? So in other words, it's like a parody of Godfather. It's a parody of Godfather. Okay? In Godfather 3, the Godfather says, I want to be out, but they still pull me in. Something like that. I think that's Godfather 2. But never mind. So he tells his thugs, right? Hey, you gotta stop talking like this. You still calling me this word, this boss. You call me boss. You can't call me boss, right? You have to stop. You know, we're going legit, so you have to stop behaving like this. Yes, boss. Same thing, right? They looked at each other and laughed. His mother had said he was not to call the magistrate master, but she had said nothing about the others. It's quite funny lah. This situation is actually quite funny. Okay? Why is it funny? Because it's going to get worse later. Right? The tension is released now so that it will increase. Tension is going to increase. They looked at each other. He was worried about Polly. If she did not stop her nonsense, Kika would never take her, and then they would not have this. They would not have chicks. His mother had said when the ostriches had chicks, many things that were crooked would get straightened out. Right? His mind, in other words, his mind was still at the truth. In Mulver Crown. Okay? Even as he was leaving, his mind was still at Mulver Crown. And he was worried about Polly. It shows you what? What kind of child is he? Right? If you think about this, my mother asked me to do this, but I haven't done it, oh, I'm so worried. You are what? Huh? Conscious of what? Your Your duties, your responsive. Right? He's a responsible boy. He's a duteous boy. Is there such a word as duteous? Is there such a word as duteous? No? That's my phone. Hey Google, what's the definition of duteous? Swipe over. Hey Google, what's the definition of duteous?
Here's the definition of beauteous.
Beauteous.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beauteous lah. Not beauteous lah. You don't have this around. Was it beautiful? Beauteous. Beauteous is beautiful. Okay? It's got such a word. Okay? But it's not I, it's E. D-U-T-E-O-U-S. Or beautiful. Right? Somebody is beautiful. What is beautiful in fact? Hey Google, what's the meaning of beautiful? Hey Google. What's the meaning of beautiful?
This is the definition of beautiful.
Beautiful.
Senses of mind aesthetically.
Talking about me. You know what Abigail said? What's the definition of beautiful? Now, why does that make us laugh?
Comedy.
It's comedy. Yeah, it's comedy. Not because it's ironic. So if I say it's ironic, it means you're not beautiful. Okay? Right, in other words, she's joking. She's making a joke. Yeah. Right. He was worried, blah blah blah. The road kept on along the mountain range for quite a long time, and horses trotted easily with the cart. When Tolly and Dawood had to lift him on the cart, he had kicked and screamed, but when his mother had started crying, he had stopped. Does your mother have the same, for those of you who are fortunate enough to still have mothers? Yeah, I have to qualify because nowadays. Does your mother have an effect on you? When she cried, do you cry? Yes. Right? I used to. When my mother cried, I would cry also. Yeah? So when he was kicking and screaming, right? And then because of that, why is Fiela crying significant? Who knows? This is 2,000 points. Ella Chandra, don't daydream. Why is Fiela crying significant? Fiela is strong. She has never allowed herself to cry. Never. Never. In chapter 6, the whole thing is about she controlling her emotions. Right? She went out of the house. Even when she couldn't take it, she went out of the house just to show people that she was strong. She ate just to show Benjamin that she still had appetite. Right? But here, when he was kicking and screaming, she started crying. And then he knew that he shouldn't make it worse. Do you understand? Right? I want to watch the movie now that they made of this. They made, but it's in Dutch. Can, I suppose. But now cannot. Cinema all. I don't know whether you can Netflix the thing. Right? You know what's my favorite space movie? The Martians. When he grew potatoes in space. Favorite. Okay. I watched it last Saturday. The tall one was still cross. Perhaps it was because his mother had told him it would be straight to hell with him if Benjamin were not back in the house on Saturday. He could not see around him very well. The hood of the cart was still raised and the two men on the front seat. How does he know that the tall one was still cross? Maybe you can look at somebody's face, right? You see my face when I entered this morning? Scary. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say something sarcastic about standing up, but then I chose not to. As long as the magistrate did not ask him the 9 times table. It's so funny. Gee, it's quite funny. There is this whole idea that Benjamin is trying to keep calm throughout the journey by memorizing the 9 times table. He tried to remember what his mother was telling him. And what to say, you know what to say, blah blah blah. Don't you all remember when you were young and you were trying to remember things to say? What's my name? When you were in India, then what's my name? Hi teacher, ask what's your name? Oh, I don't know, it's written here. Somewhere. Right? Do you remember that? How old are you? The last time I counted 16. Okay? I can't remember this. What year? 2020. Yeah. I'm 46. Yeah. Really? As in like, you look young or as in you look old? I look 50. Oh, definitely not beautiful.
But you look like a constant 50, even if you're 75, you look 50.
How do you save yourself? Fail. You fail. Save me 50. 50 kilograms will be I don't mind. Who can guess my weight?
50 kg.
90 plus. Very good. 93. Yeah. Maybe right? Because all the gold in my brain. Son. I think I can lose it if I exercise every day.
Oh, my father exercises once a week.
Once a week.
It gets bigger.
I know his exercise.
He sleeps.
Okay. 1 times 9 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. The fear of the magistrate came over him like nausea. No matter how hard you swallowed, it came back again. 3 times 9 is, he started counting off the answer on his fingers. What is 3 times 9? Remember when you did multiplication timetable with the addition timetable? 2 times 2.
Last one.
2 times 3. I don't have enough fingers! You used to do multiplication by adding. Remember that? Yeah, you forgot how many already. Okay? But you have to remember. You don't know 7 times 6 is 8 or not? 7 times 8. 56. See? It's not easy. One of the most difficult is 7 times table. So remember. Yeah? What? 7 times 9 is easy. Just take 80 minus 7. 73. Take wrong. Take 70 minus 7, 63. 9 easy. 9 easy. 9 magic. You know why 9 magic? No, then it starts going backwards.
No lah, you use your fingers.
It starts going backwards.
No, this is easier. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just having some weird thought. Maybe 9 times table is important here because it goes back to the truth. He starts as Benjamin Coyote, he ends as Benjamin Coyote. Let's ask David Murphy, is she still alive? Y'all were like, okay, just ask me 11 times table. Alright, no problem. 12, 13, yo. 14, cannot. Right? 15, easy. This is what? 15 is what? Yeah, 15. Anyhow. Okay. 20, when he started 21, right? But he got no further. Beyond the horse's gates, the world suddenly tumbled forward and down the mountainside. The road zigzagging down to the bottom. He grabbed hold of the seat on both sides of him and cried. Now, actually it's quite impressive though, because he's actually living in a farm. He's living on a farm, he's 12 years old, primary 6. Okay? But he cannot remember 9 times table yet. Okay, you're go like, huh? Primary 3 I can remember already. Right? Yeah. Kiara, something's wrong. Okay? Which means what? Which means that their education system is not like ours. Huh? It's not like ours. Right? For them, but I tell you, if I ask you to go and tap hello, what? Yeah, go and chase an ostrich, what? Right? I don't think you'll be able to do all these things because their skills and their knowledge is different. Level is different. I should collect cakes, I think you probably will. Huh? Did that they just come out of the like, oh. What's it called? Milk. Milk the cow. Yeah, you probably die because you cannot kick by the cow. Right? Have you ever milked a cow before? Australia or New Zealand? Taiwan. Taiwan. That means the coffee that you made from that was quite thick. Very cow. Okay. Cow. Cow is Hokkien. Cow is Hokkien, right? Means very thick. Okay. Page 56, everybody. Bottom. He grabbed hold of this oak. So they started tumbling forward and down the mountainside. At first it was quite easy. The ride was quite easy. Quite interesting, you know. I think the ride replicates the tension in that car. The tension in him. He started to be quite easy, then he started tumbling down, he started to have to walk on his own, it started more difficult. It became more and more difficult. Must we go down there, Master? It was showing the place where the postcard had overturned and killed one of the passengers. They looked at each other again and laughed. Okay? It's quite unsettling. Huh? Can you write this down? It's quite unsettling when you are so anxious and the people around you are laughing. Right? How else do you think we will get down? They laugh because they have to go. That's the only way. Master, has this cart got a brake? Where have you heard of horse cart with a brake? You know how to brake a horse cart? Pull the rein lah. Stop the horses. Huh? Smack the horse go faster. That is to get them to move. When you want them to stop, you pull on the reins. Pull on the reins. Okay, but of course, I think in modern, I've seen like westerns where those big carts, they do have a lever where you can actually kind of brake the cart a bit. Okay, but I think this one is just a simple cart. Okay? It seemed as if the horses were holding back the cart with their backsides, as if they were pulling back in the harness to keep the cart. Have you ever run downhill? Notice you have to lean back, right? So that you don't fall over. Right? You have to lean back. And then when you lean back, you know what happens? Lean back. It's so lame. Master, I want to get off. Sit down, the tall one scolded. He held onto the seat with one hand and opened the trunk with the other one. The best would be to get the 5 shillings in his pocket and at least save that should everything else be Right. These 5 shillings very important. Huh? I want to get off, master. Shot one turn, run again. Don't shout like that, lad. You're scaring the horses. You're making me even more scared when you say that. Right? He clenched his teeth, but the fear kept on making noise in his throat. He should have listened to David. This, ladies and friends, is a moment. This is a moment, okay? It's quite dramatic, in fact. It's actually quite dramatic. Yeah? You must learn how to recognize moments. Okay, this one is quite dramatic. If you are asked for a dramatic moment, you can probably use this as an example. Okay, how do we know? It starts off quite calm, and then it starts to become more and more tense. It becomes more and more tense. Because if you've done drama, ladies, have you done drama? Yes, you have. Set 1 and 2. You will know what is the essence of drama. What is the essence of drama? Drama must have what? The breakfast of all successful dramaticians. Conflict. Without conflict, there is no drama. Imagine you are at home and the mother says, "Wake up, Emily, wake up." And then you go, "Yes, mommy." "Emily, make your bed." "Done, mommy." "I'll make breakfast," said Emily. Any drama? Don't have. Nothing. It's boring. But then, what about this scenario? Wake up, Emily. 5 minutes later. Wake up, Emily. 10 minutes later. Emily! Wake up! Finally she gets up, right? And she goes back to sleep. Conflict. And I'm sure some of you have been guilty of that before. Like zombie, no. No. Nope. Go back to sleep. Right? There's usually that first part, like, that you like, people wake up, the first part you were like, where am I? It's called what? Smooth, right? Huh? Nobody wakes up like, Buzz Lightyear. Huh? The infinity and beyond. Everybody has that smooth moment. Everybody can be really good. Everybody really have. So conflict is important for drama, and the conflict starts already, right? In the beginning. Don't call us master, right? I want to get off. There's a lot of conflict there. Okay? Let's talk about conflict in the last 5 minutes. Okay, I'm not going to continue. We're going to talk about conflict. How many types of conflict are there? There's the sugar-coated one. There's the plain one. Left. Okay, there are 3 types of conflict. Who can tell me the first one? Actually, more than 3. Okay, let's draw a circle. I need to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I need to go to school, but I don't want to go. Internal problem. Okay? So easy. Internal, external. Right? Everything else obviously is external, right? But what are the types are? Right? Of course, there's interpersonal conflict, right? Between 2 people, right? Yeah. Person 1, person 2. So there is interpersonal. Okay? You're right. Okay, interpersonal conflict. Right? In other words, maybe between one person, maybe between a group of people. Right? I go to rectangle. Okay. Right? So individual against the group of people is individual versus society. So that is why it's called social conflict. Right? So this whole thing, interpersonal can also be social. Right? Social conflict. One against the rest. Okay? I'm supposed to practice social distancing, but I queue up like this. Yesterday I was a giant, you know. This guy got line, right? The first customer here, he was here. And I was here. Nobody is here. I don't know whether he was lazy or afraid. Then I look at his face, lazy. I was going to tell him to move forward. But I was patient. I was being very patient. Now there's this giant person down here. Not big, as in giant star. And I was hoping that he would tell this guy to move forward. But he was just looking at all the self-service kiosks. I was too busy. You know when you pay for something yourself, you're like that self-service kiosk. I love to do the self-service kiosk. Number one, because it's fast. Number two, I've always wanted to be a cashier. I've always wanted to work at McDonald's in front. Hello, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Just to know how it feels like to work like that for one day. Okay, and what do you have? International conflict, like politics, international. Okay, this is international. Right, international conflict. This internal conflict, social conflict, international conflict. Okay, depends how big lah. Regional conflict maybe. Okay, between countries, regional. Between many countries, international. Okay, you know that when the disease spreads in your country, like that, in a few regions, what is it called? It's called epidemic. In the whole world, pandemic. Okay, those words. Right? You know what Donald Trump said? This is not going to be a pandemic. You know what Donald Trump said later? I knew it was going to be a pandemic.